Hi everyone, this is Sudun Lion. Today I'm gonna show you video to make 3D Paint app using C# language. So let's get started. At first we have to download Unity for developing. If you already have Unity, then you can jump over to 130. So let's Google it, type Unity, and click this website. Click download button here. Then you can see the link for downloading. Choose one, those of three, match with your operating system. So the download is currently in progress. Let's wait just a little longer. Great, download is done now. Let's proceed with the installation of Unity Hub. Okay, click the Finish button and run the Unity Hub. So you have to install Unity Editor. I'm just gonna install the recommended version. It'll take quite a long time, so do something while it downloads. So, if the Unity editor has finished installing, then let's make a new project. Select 3D Core because we want to work in a 3D environment. And let's name it 3D Paint app. And click the Create button below. Now the project is being created. So now we are ready to develop our program. At first, we'll be using an AR virtual environment for our app, so we need to import some packages. Choose Package Manager from the Window tab, then select Unity Registry and enter AR into the search bar. Then you can find the AR Foundation. We're gonna use it, so click the Install button. So if it's done, ignore the warning dialog, and we're gonna import Google AR Core XR plugin. This is suitable for Android device. If you are iPhone user, then you have to import Apple ARKit XR plugin. We're gonna add AR session and XR origin on the scene. AR session is kinda main controller of AR application, and the XR origin serves as the center of tracking space in an XR scene. We are gonna use the main camera belonging to the XR origin instead of the default camera provided. So let's remove this main camera at the top, and let's create canvas on the scene. It is the area that all UI elements should be inside. And let's change the UI scale mode of the canvas scaler to scale with screen size, and set a reference resolution. 1080 by 1920 would be good. So now add some button component under the canvas. Choose this one. Ignore this alert. And I will name it Draw Button. And I'm gonna delete unnecessary text component because I will apply an image on it. And I will position this button at the bottom. Setting both width and height to 150. Now I want to get an image to apply to the button. Let's download a free image. Just close this TMP something. Go to the browser and enter free image. We can see some websites for free images, and I'm gonna choose this one. I will look for a pencil image because it is suitable for drawing purposes. And you can see a lot of pencil images. I like this one, so click it and I will download it at the smallest pixel size. Let's go back to the Unity editor. We will import the downloaded image into the project. So go to the downloads folder, rename it as a pencil, then put it into the assets folder. And create a folder to store the images and put the pencil image into it that we just imported. And we have to change texture type of this image to the sprite and then apply. So let's connect this image to the draw button. Drag this image to the source image here. Then you can see the image applied on the button like this. I will place a crosshair as an image at the center where the drawing will actually take place. Since it'll appear as if writing comes from the tip of the pen, I will name it pen nib. And also, let's put the image on this. I already downloaded the image of crosshair and images for the other buttons. I'm gonna import all of this. And delete duplicated one. And change image to the sprite. And just drag it on source image of the pen nib. Now, we will create a script to handle the button click events. Create a folder to store the scripts and name it scripts and make a C# script and named line button. Good. So let's open the script. To handle button events, we need to implement two interfaces. iPointer down handler and iPointer up handler. And we need to import Unity engine.event systems to use them. We don't need this start method for this button, so delete it. And let's override onPointerDown method from iPointerDown handler, and it has a pointer event data as a parameter. And also we need onPointerUp method for using iPointerUp handler. And let's declare a bool variable to check if the button pressed or not. Initially set it as a false statement. So if the button pressed, then change the value as a true. When this value indicates the true statement, we'll draw the line on the screen. If you release the button, is pressed, variable turns to false, and it'll stop drawing. Okay, let's go back to the Unity editor. Now we are gonna create a line object that will actually be drawn on the screen. So click the line under the effects. Let's change the size of this to 0 and also change width to 0.01. We will make this line object as reusable prefab. To do this, I will create a new folder called prefab and move this line object into this folder and delete this object from the scene. We need an object that will get the coordinate for the center value from the camera. I will name it center coordinate. And I will change the z-axis of the position to 0.5 because the actual drawing position needs to be in front of the screen for us to see it. Okay, now we'll make a script to handle the actual drawing process. I will name this AR drawline. Okay, I will delete this start method because I don't want to use it. And declare the transform variable named pivot point, the position of the object where the line starts. And let's declare the game object line handler prefab. The line handler prefab used to draw lines. And public line handler. It represents the line currently being drawn. And I want to make a list storing all the drawn lines. So public list line handler, line list, new list line handler. The type of this list will be line handler. And I also want to make line pool the parent object for managing created lines. So let's make this variable as transform type line pool. And now we go back to the Unity editor and create empty object and name it line manager. Make clean up this garbage value, and I will mapping the script we just created to this object. And let's connect some objects to the variables in our script. Pivot point to center coordinate and line handler prefabs to line. And we need the line pool object, so create empty and name it line pool. And make the clean of these transform things. And then drag line pool object to line pool variable. So we have completed the connection setup for the objects. Now let's return to the script. And I want to make a bool variable, which is a flag indicating whether the line drawing is active. So name it is active. And I want to add one more bool variable, which is a flag indicating whether a line is currently being drawn. So named it line started. And let's create a method that to generate line handler. Public void make line handler. So this method creates and initializes a new line handler. This function is called when starting to draw a line. So game object line initiate line handler prefabs, and let's set the created line as a child of line pool. Line dot transform dot set parent, and write line pool with the parentheses, and let's set the position of this line to the 0. So line dot transform dot position equals vector 3 dot 0, and set the line dot transform dot local scale to new vector 3 parentheses 1 1 1, and we're gonna assign line handler component from the line. So line handler line dot get component line handler, and set the line handler's position count as 1. And the line sets the position of the first point of the line handler to the position of pivot point. And set the line started variable as true, and add line handler into line list. And let's make a method that starts drawing a line. This method set is active to true, and if line started is false, then calls make line handler. So it's active to true, and if line started is false, then we will call make line handler method. Good. So now let's make stop draw line method, which stops drawing the line. And in this method, sets the isActive and line started flags to false, and sets the current line handler to null. And let's make the other method named drawLine continue, that continues the drawing the line. And in this method, we'll increment the number of points in the line handler and sets the position of the last point to the position of pivot point. So line handler dot position count plus 1. So line handler dot set position, line handler dot position count -1, comma pivot point dot position. Okay, let's add some if statements in the update method. If is active and line started are true, it calls draw line continue to continue drawing the line. Good. So let's go back to the Unity editor and open the line button script, and let's declare AR drawLine class into this script. AR drawLine, AR drawLine as lowercase of AR, and add some codes in update method. If is pressed is true, let's call start drawLine method from AR drawLine. And in the onPointAllUp method, let's put AR drawLine dot stop drawLine. This will be executed when unrelease the draw button. Close this script and put this script into drawLine object. And connect Line Manager as AR drawLine. The task of drawing the line is complete. Now we'll create a button to change the line's color. So create a new button and name this color button. And set the position to underneath, and pose X of this button to -350 will be good, because I want it to be displayed to the left of the draw button. And let's set the Y pose and width and height values same as draw button. And go to the images folder, and I want to apply this image as a default image. Let's change the texture type of this image to sprite, and this yellow image as well. Let's do the same setup for all images in advance, and apply on the color button, and delete this unused text, and connect here as default image. And let's create new script for color button. So go to the script folder and create C# script and name it color button. In this script, I want to use click handler. So I pointer click handler because I want to toggle it on and off with a click to change the color. For using this, we have to import Unity engine.eventsystems, and also I'm gonna import Unity engine.ui, because we'll be using an image variable which is included in this package. Delete these two default methods because we're not gonna use this. And let's define public void onPointerClick method from iPointerClickHandler. In this method, upon detecting a click, the line color will be changed and the button image will also be changed. And let's declare ARDrawLine as a variable. Public ARDrawLine, ARDrawLine. And let's declare bool variable to check if the current color is white or not. I'm gonna set up this value as a true for the beginning. And public image, button image, and public sprite, white sprite, public sprite, yellow sprite. Let's change the is white flag every time a click occurs. And if is white is false, then let's change line color to white. ARDrawLine dot change line color dot white. And let's make change line color method in ARDrawLine. So public void change line color and set color as a parameter that we want to change. And let's declare color variable, public color, and set it white color as default. So color equal new color, and if line handler is not null, line handler dot start color equal new color, and also line handler dot end color equal new color. And let's go back to the color button script. Let's change button image dot sprite to white sprite. And let's also make else statement. Copy up these two lines and change the color to yellow, and also yellow sprite. Good. So now we are done with color button function. Oh, I had some errors in my script. So let me see. Oh, there was a typo in public. And also, I in image should be capitalized. So after fix it, the errors might be gone. Good. And let's add color button script to color button component. and connect all the variables properly. Good. So now we can change our color. And I want to add undo button to erase the line. So create the button UI. Then name it undo button. And let's locate it to the bottom. So 350 and 250 for XY axis will be good. And make width and height value to 150. So we can see the button on the screen. So let's do the same task on this button. Create a new script named undo button and delete the text under the button. And let's apply the image. So let's change the script. So in this script, we don't need these two methods, and I will implement iPointer click handler just like the color button, and also import event systems for using this. So let's declare AR drawLine class. And make onPointerClick method. Let's make it call delete function from the AR drawLine. So AR drawLine dot delete last line. Good. So let's add this method into AR drawLine script. Public void delete last line. And this method will retrieve the last line handler from the line list and removes the retrieved line handler from the list, and then destroys the game object of the retrieved line handler. So the size of the list is over than 0. Line handler last line equal line list square brackets and line list dot count -1, and line list dot remove last line, and destroy last line dot game object. So the coding for implementing the functionality is complete. Okay, lastly, let's link undo button script to our undo button component, and also put the line manager here. So now we're done. So let's convert what we created into an app and test it. So go to the build settings and let's switch the platform to Android, but we don't have. So click install with Unity Hub, then continue. So if install is done, we need to restart our project once. Before restart, make sure that saving all of our stuffs. Then open the project again. So let's go to build the settings again and click switch platform. And click add open scenes and go to player settings. We need to change the product name because this does not allow the number. Change the name just whatever you want. I'm gonna name it 3D and maybe hyphen will be not allowed. So I'm gonna use underscore. And let's change other settings too. Uncheck Auto Graphics API and remove Burkan from here. And set minimum API Rebel to 24. And in scripting backend under configuration, let's change mono to IR2CPP and check ARM64 in target architectures. Good. And let's make one more setting. Go to XR plugin management and click Google AR Core. So settings for building the app have been all done. So click the build button and name it 3D Paint app. Then an APK file will be created within your project. So after build, I'm gonna input this APK file into my phone. And let's make a test. So we can see the line appears well while holding down the pencil button. And you can see the color changing well when you press the color button on the left. And the undo button will also work well. Yeah, thank you for watching this video.